All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word of true sincerity. All right, this is the brother Tawab Rashad from GMS Los Angeles / Inland Empire. Come back with another video on the spirit. And once again, Tawadi Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai for opening my eyes to this truth, allowing me to wake up another day and putting the spirit on me to do another lesson in hopes to edifying the hopeful elect. Okay, so I was sitting here, I was watching some videos on these Jakes, and this one particular Jake, he goes by the name of 19 Keys, you know, and he's on that, you know, that Islam shit. But something he said, you know, I was watching this clip with him speaking. He was basically speaking on the plight of Jake, you know, the so-called black people, right? And one thing, you know, which is a lot, you know, this rhetoric is heard a lot among our people, is Jake is always talking about, you know, building an economy, you know, building financial stability, you know, generational wealth, you know, pretty much along those lines. And that's not going to solve our problem. Okay, the problem is you so-called Negros, you so-called Latinos, you so-called Native Americans. The problem is your rebelliousness, man. Okay, your stubbornness. All right, and this is why we're in the condition that we're in. Okay, we're not in the condition that we're in because we're not, what's the word? We don't understand finance. Okay, we don't understand how to run businesses. Okay, that's not the issue, man. And you know, and like he even said in the interview, he mentioned, you know, Black Wall Street and all these different communities where Jake dwelt, and they were successful. They did good for themselves. So obviously, that's not the problem, okay? But see, the thing is, the reason why, you know, those institutions, businesses, whatever you want to call it, that Jake established, the reason why those things were destroyed and they didn't continue is because, you know, this is our captivity. We're under punishment right now. Okay, the Lord didn't bring us to this land, okay, for us to prosper here. Okay, this is a prison. Okay, this is a result of our rebelliousness towards the Lord, man, the Heavenly Father. Okay. And that's the core, that's the root of all our problems, rebelling against the Lord, man. Okay, so even if you a Jake that finds a way in this society, you may, you know, get enough funds to open up a business. Okay, you may even open up a chain or whatever, you know. But overall, you know, the whole, you know, speaking just on the whole of our nation, that's not going to be the case, man. You know, and a lot of times when Jake do get a business, or Jake do, you know, find a way to be so-called successful in this world, Jake is still catching hell. You're not above the curses. Okay, because you're still gonna be profiled, you're still gonna be oppressed, you still gotta pay tribute. Okay, you still gotta worry about if Esau gonna pull you over and blow your damn head off. Okay, you still gotta go to your enemy for the one of all things. Okay, so you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially you so-called Negroes, man, that's in that mind frame, you're totally gone, man. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring out a few scriptures, man, and Lord willing, this be edifying to you sincere brothers as well as you few sisters. So the first scripture I'm gonna start with is Ezekiel chapter 3. And I'm gonna start from the top. This is Ezekiel 3:1. It says, "Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel." Okay, and that roll is this word, this truth. Okay, the Bible. Okay, eating the roll meaning taking in His word. Taking in His knowledge. By reading, studying. Okay, that's how we eat this roll. Okay, so this is our God. This is what we're supposed to be. This is supposed to be our foundation, the Bible. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is supposed to be how we make decisions. Okay, based on the word. Okay, because that's where everything starts. It starts with the knowledge of the Lord, man. It starts with acknowledging the Lord, and taking heed and being obedient to the Lord. Okay. It says, "So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey for sweetness." Right. And that's how we feel, us that believe in this truth. Start with our apostles and elders on down. This is sweet, learning, what we our history of our nation, and also the coming salvation, the kingdom of heaven. Okay, but that's the sweetness. Okay. It says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speak with my words unto them." And see, when we go out there on the highways and byways, all right, that's what we're speaking these words out of the scriptures. These are the words of the Lord. Okay, so we're not coming out of our own heart. Okay, we're not coming with our own understanding, and that's the problem with these individuals, man. They go on these platforms, podcasts, and they speak in a way, they speak in an eloquent manner, okay, but it's not rooted in truth, man. So they're, a lot of those individuals, they're wise in their own eyes, man. Because the things that the words that they spew unto you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, it's not going to lead you to the Lord. It's not going to make your situation any better. Okay, in the grand scheme of things, man, because a lot of these things, this rhetoric of these individuals be pushing is contrary to the Lord, man. Okay, and how the Lord wants us to be in these days and times. Okay. All right, it says, "For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel." Okay, and that's why when we go out there and we speak in the way our people can understand. Okay, because in here in Babylon, for the most part, you got eloquent Jakes out there, but for the most part, Jake that grow up in this society, Jake speak with, certain lingo. Jake got that slang, vernacular, whatever. So when we come to our people, that's how we come. And that's why, a lot of our people write us off as crazy, because they'll look at us and say, how can you have the Bible and say such words? When I say such words, I mean like so-called cuss words or whatnot, but the thing you should be focused on is not the cuss words, but the message, man. Okay, and that's like I said, that's the stubbornness of our people. You Jakes are just rebellious, man. Because even if we didn't use cuss words, we came at you gentle, you still gonna be rebellious, man. You know, and the Lord told us that, you know, but we still have to tell you regardless. Okay, it says, not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. Right. So if we went to these other nations, right, you know, people that don't understand us at all, you know, they would take heed. That's pretty much what the Lord is saying. That's how the Lord is pretty much saying. That's how rebellious you so-called Negros and Latinos and Native Americans are, man. Okay, you so rebellious that, you know, the other nations will listen before you jakes. Okay. All right. It says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. You hard-headed, man. Okay, stubborn. You know, and you can see it, man. You know, with Jake, how Jake is just fucking stubborn. You know, like Jacob be, you know, Jacob be up in age, and Jake still want to live the lifestyle they were living while they were in their late teens, early 20s, all the way up to their early mid 30s, and thinking that, you know, they can do that shit for the rest of their life. And nah, man, you know, it's just like you had that Jake Irv Gotti. He just recently passed. You know, he went to the spirit world. You know, and I believe he had some strokes, you know, in recent years, and you know, his doctor had told him he had to change his diet, you know. But you know, Jake, that stubbornness, that's what led him to have those strokes, you know, because you know your body, you know if you're not feeling right. You know, Jake know when they, you know, when they not doing right, man. But it's that stubbornness, that hard heart that our people have that won't allow them to humble themselves and do what's right, man. You know, and like I said at the beginning of the video, that's our problem. That's the problem of our people, our nation. Okay, so going back to that, you know, video I was watching at the Jake 19 Keys, you know, all that shit he was talking about, you know, it sound good, you know, if you don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, if you were just an average Jake in the world, he'll sound like he's the you know, wisest dude on the planet, you know, if you don't know what's going on. But, you know, and he sound like he got all the answers, you know, but really he ain't got the answers, man. Okay. Because all he's talking about is carnal, you know. It's nothing tied to, you know, the like I said, the foundation, which is these scriptures, man. Okay, being one with your power, man. Being obedient, fearing your power, fearing your God, man. Okay, and obeying His voice. That's what's going to lead to longevity. That's what leads to prosperity, man. Okay, because prosperity comes from the Lord, man. Matter of fact, real quick, get that precept. Give me 1 second. It's in Samuel's, I believe. Yep. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, Verse 6, it says, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. See, so it's the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai that does that, man. Okay? So, but the thing is with us, Israel, the nation of Israel, which once again, I'm going to keep saying to you, so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, the thing where it's wrong with our people is that being rebellious, man, not being obedient. Okay? And that's why we were brought low. Okay? But now we're in the time frame where the Lord is getting ready to lift Israel out from being a low to being on high. And that's going to start with the elect, that small remnant. Okay? It's not going in the lowly, man, because the ones that the Lord is going to come back and redeem are not the ones that's renowned in this world. Okay? Because the men of the Lord, they're not going to be looked at as, with in high regard in this society. Okay? We're going to be looked at with disgust. The prophets, they're gonna be hated, man. So once again, these guys that push this rhetoric, okay, they just only further leading you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans into outer darkness. They lead you into further darkness. That's all that they're doing. Okay, I don't give a damn how intelligent they may seem. Okay, if they're not coming out of the word of the Lord, what the scriptures say, the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Lord. Okay, so really at the end of the day, they're a bunch of fools. All right. I got another one. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. It says, trust in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. You see that? And that's that stubbornness, man. That's within our people. Jake wise in their own eyes. Jake think they got it. Jake think they got all the answers. But we in the same, get the same results. Jake go on these platforms, think they got all the answers, but our people still fucked up. We still subject to payments. Okay, you still gotta go to our enemy for the one of all things. Okay, when you pull out your dollar bills, okay, the face of the oppressor is on them dollar bills. Okay. If you say something, if Esau see that you say something that he don't like, he can sue you and take you to court. He can summons you to court whenever he wants to, man. Okay. So clearly, that's one thing he kept saying. That dude Jake 19 Keys kept saying, I want to, think it makes you free. In the spiritual sense, it does, But if it's not rooted in these scriptures, you still trapped. You still a prisoner to this world, because you still chasing the things of this world. Because the things that you speaking about, that's not for us to have in this society. This is Esau's kingdom. This is his rulership. Okay, the things that you speak of, it's not gonna come through, building, trying to build generational wealth here. Okay, first of all, slavery wasn't that long ago. Okay. And like I said, those communities that Jake had, those communities was destroyed. Okay? And even though you still got, certain communities where Jake they might pass a house down to this, the next generation, the next generation pass the house down to their kids. And as we see when this fire recently out here in Southern California, particularly in the Pasadena, Altadena area, those Jakes that were living like that, they had, houses that was passed down to them from generations. They lost all that shit in that fire, man. Okay? So clearly, that's not the problem, man. The problem is, once again, goes back to, being rebellious toward the Lord, man. Okay? This back Proverbs 3:5, it says, trust in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. You see, you gotta acknowledge the Lord, man. The Lord is the one that directs our paths. Okay, by trusting in him and acknowledging him. Okay, acknowledging the power of the Lord. Okay, acknowledging that he's our strength. Okay, he's our protector. He's our provider. Okay. It says, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech. I'm reading wrong. It's like this back. I'm reading Ezekiel. This is back in Proverbs 3:6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. It says, be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua and depart from evil. You see, it says, be not wise in thy own eyes. Okay, see, because when you're wise in your own eyes, okay, you're not acknowledging the Lord. Okay, you think your ways are above the ways of the Lord, and when you think like that, you're gonna lose every time. Okay, you're gonna fall every time. Okay, because every decision you're gonna make is gonna be based upon your flesh. Okay, and you're not gonna have you're not gonna make no sound decisions, because everything that you striving for, is totally contrary to the Lord, man. And you're not gonna have the discernment to know what's good and what's evil. Therefore, you're not gonna depart from evil, man. You're gonna be, attached to that shit, man. Because you're not using the word of the Lord, these scriptures, as your tool to navigate in this world. Okay, you're using the wisdom of the knowledge of this world, and that shit ain't gonna that's gonna be to your detriment. Okay, eventually. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring this. This is pretty much the sum up in a nutshell for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to why it is that we on the bottom. Why is it that, that we have such a hard time advancing here and, trying to build ourselves up, or, to get on the level of these Esau and these other nations. Here it is. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And when you read down, it goes into all the curses. How we gonna be in locked up, okay? How we gonna be cursed in the field, which is the world. That's why they always got that saying, first fired, last hired. Okay. Our businesses, every business you try to establish is somehow, some way, it's not going to fall through. All right. It's not going to prosper. Okay. Look at all the inventions Jake invented here. Jake don't get no credit, And I guarantee you, those families of those Jake inventors, they I guarantee you they not living good. Okay, guarantee you they not living off the fruits of their the person that came with those inventions. They not enjoying the fruits of that labor. Okay, of that labor. And also we have to go to our enemies, these other nations, primarily Esau, for the one of all things. Okay, just to name a few. Okay, so that is the call. That the root cause is not heart. We didn't hearken unto the Lord. So therefore, all these things, these curses fell upon us. Okay, so it don't matter how much you study, because they got all these different books that you can read up on to learn how to run a business and whatnot. Okay, which don't get me wrong, some of it is profitable. You can use to maintain yourself here, but as far as trying to build generational wealth, that's not where it's at, man. Ain't no building no generational wealth here, okay? Because right now, the time that we're in, the Lord's getting ready to destroy this place. So there's not going to be anything to build here, okay? Because if you try to build anything here, it's going to be thrown down anyway. It's a waste of time. Okay? All right, I'm going to give one more, and I'm going to wrap it up. This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. Now, this account right here is speaking about Saul, King Saul. Okay, when he was he was commanded to go destroy the king of Amalek and the Amalekites, and to destroy all those things, the goods. Okay, all those things that were deemed detestable. He's supposed to destroy all those things, those spoils. Okay, and instead of doing what he was commanded to do, he did go and mash on those Amalekites, but he brought back the king. The king, he didn't slay the king, and he didn't destroy those spoils that he was supposed to destroy. So that the Lord was angered against him, man, because of that. Okay, and that's just another example of Jake not being obedient. Okay, so this is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. It says, "For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king." You see that? And this is what Samuel has spoken unto Saul. Okay? Because that act that Saul did, that rebellious act that he did, the Lord rejected him from being a king. Okay? And one point in time, Israel, we was all doing good. Okay? We come from a nation of kings and priests. Okay? But now we've been subjected to the ghettos, projects, third world countries, because of the rebelliousness of Jake. Okay, because it says that in Hosea the 4th chapter, because thou hast rejected, now he was going to reject us also. So that's why that's the point. Okay, that's why our people are on the bottom. Okay, and generational wealth is not going to solve the problem. The solution is we're mainly starting with the elect coming back to their heritage, their true nationality, their true heritage. Okay, and acknowledging they faults with the Lord, repenting and turning back to the Lord. That's the solution. Okay? Everything else is going to follow. But the main thing right now, the mindset is turning back to the Lord, repenting, because we're in the time where the Lord is getting ready to visit this world. He's already visiting the world, but when Yahushua makes that grand entrance, that grand return, okay, and that so-called, what the so-called white man calls a UFO, which is a chariot, okay, when he makes his return and he brings destruction and also deliverance for the elect, that's when we're going to truly be liberated, okay? When the Lord destroys this place, and when the kingdom of heaven is established, then we're going to know what true sovereignty is, okay? Okay, we're going to know what true power is, okay? And it's starting now with the Lord raising up that small remnant, okay? But yes, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I said, Lord willing, I pray this was edifying to you sincere brothers, as well as you few sisters out there. Stay strong, man. Stay prayed up. Keep fighting. We're almost out of here. So with that, I'm gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, Christian's word, truth, sincerity. Shalom.